What's up, guys? I want to talk about leadership today and what actually makes a good leader. The first thing you need to get out of your head is that your ideal, or the thing you're trying to speak across to people, it doesn't actually matter. That's not really something you need to be concerned with, and I'll explain that, or hopefully that will become obvious later. Also, your charisma doesn't matter. A lot of people like to believe, or used to believe, that leadership was simply something that someone was born with. Someone was just born with the ability to lead, to talk better than others. But if we actually look at leaders, this doesn't actually matter that much. Some leaders don't actually talk with that much charisma or that much confidence. Obviously, people like Barack Obama do. But if you look hard enough, there actually are some people out there which really don't. I think Ron Paul is a good example of this, because he actually he doesn't speak with a lot of confidence at all, and he stutters a lot. So if charisma and other stereotypical leader qualities are not actually what makes a leader, what is? Leadership isn't actually about what you're doing, per se, but more about what you're giving. And what this means is, to become a good leader, you don't tell people what to do. You engage with people and help them and inspire them to achieve a certain goal or vision. This is very clear in the example of Martin Luther King. When we look at Martin Luther King, we see that, well, when we actually originally look at him, we see all his speeches, we see all these great things that he did and said. He freed black people from oppression through the great speech, "I have a dream." But he didn't start there. What he actually did at the start was he simply related to people and engaged with people who felt the exact same way he did, and then inspired them to move towards this goal, this vision, this ideal of freedom. And because of that, people looked up to him. So, leadership isn't really about being confident at all. It is not about yourself or what you're doing at all. It's not about how you speak, what you're doing. It is simply about how well you can engage with an audience who already have that same ideal that you have. That's the thing. You haven't actually created a brand new idea which people go, yes, we should follow him because he came up with that idea. This idea is already in their heads. And they may think about it from time to time. But until someone amongst them actually has the guts to do something about it, do they suddenly start to follow that one individual. Now, obviously, this doesn't work all the time. There are stereotypical leaders out there. There are types of leaders which are very bossy, but it is proven that these leaders are nowhere near as effective. And this type of leadership that I was just describing, which is very present in Martin Luther King, is a leadership called transformative leadership. And that is the type of leadership one should strive to do, other than the other types, which mainly involve bossing people around. And what we find is, when you just boss people around, they do actually do what you do. They follow you when you're present, but when you're not present, they don't follow you at all. So to be a leader, don't worry about what your ideal is. People already have that. All you need to do is engage with a group to inspire them towards the vision you have and the vision they already have.